Is definitely thinking of the full level 3 autonomous driving, which Genesis calls it HDP, Highway Driving Pilot. And when that comes up, I've seen some spy photos as well. They have the sensors here sitting in the grill. Hopefully they would come up with a beautiful and elegant way. And here they use the chrome line right here to hug and complete the bottom line. And chrome is a must when it comes to the elegance, the luxurious vehicles. That little duct right here, it's a fake one, it's covered up, but we've seen that one on other Genesis family and cars, so that together also completes a family look. The fender line right here. Genesis now has the technology to put this emblem literally right into the bonnet so that it sits flush with the hood, so there is no emblem sticking out, utilizing what's called guillotine pattern. It's also found on Genesis X concept, but it's not yet implemented on this first version of Genesis G90. This is the profile. Literally, I am standing 90 degrees from the car, and that's how much double line stands out. And that is to meet the regulations of the North American market. A bit of a reflector, and in between is the double line. Look at that. Just gorgeous. When you go board and come across these Genesis cars, you know for sure that there is Genesis up ahead in front of you. These actually work together as the brake lights, both up and bottom, so when the brake pedal is pressed, these will light up, and this portion works as the turn signal right here, the double lines. So let me show you. Just gotta love that. The emergency light, the hazard light is on. So that's what the whole blinker looks like when they turn on all together. And no, they're not matrix pattern. So the whole solid double lines blink up, light up all together for the first time ever on Genesis G90. Aggressive with the wheel. The gap between the spokes, and will they have the original good old 5-spoke? And Genesis is definitely coming up with uniquely Genesis design, especially on the wheels. Well, this looks like a one cast giant caliper that we've been seeing throughout. One piece rotor, however, we can see the vents and holes. I love how these lights up bright in white color, and that double line identity is carried over. Evidently was found on G80 first, GV80 first. Later on the G80 is completed on the G90 as well. So this portion, 99.9% sure that this will turn into the orange reflector for the North American market, because that's what the regulations require. The profile, the side markers, and however, when you come up front right here, there's not solid lights just yet, but just squares lighting up all together. And let me show you the turn signal, but there is nothing different, I bet. Then it's so quiet. You know, the window's even open, but I can sense that there is a great amount of noise cancellation at work. And this door is heavy. Well, not super heavy, but I can definitely feel that there is motor running the door. This definitely is not the same feeling that we are used to. It's just, I'm gonna be using that technology a lot. As you've been seeing, you can close the door using that button right there. However, you can also close it from inside, like so. And just make sure you get out of the way before the door shuts. But even if the door shuts down, you see, there is also all the safety precautions and measures put together, thought through, seen through by Genesis. And let me show you. You get caught in the middle, and then you see, just look at that. The door would just stop with a alert saying that, hey, there's something. So even if I just stay as is, it's trying to close, but it doesn't hurt me, nothing like that. So it's such a gentle bump that's not gonna hurt you at all. You're inside, like so. You're far from this hexagonal design, and a little bit of a tip towards the bottom, reminiscent of the Genesis shield right here. HDA, the buttons are here, and these are physical buttons. It's not touch sensitive. These are the dummy fake, there's nothing here. And the good old control volume, the same thing that we've seen on other Genesis brands and cars. On the right is the phone. You can toggle through different menus here, and favorite and voice recognition, like so. You can push it up and down, and this is the touch sensitive button where you slide it. You see that?
제네시스 커넥티드 서비스 가입 후 다시 사용해주세요.
Okay, I need to sign up to use that feature. So you can slide through these buttons to change and skip through the channels as well as the tracks. Gauge cluster, I really want to point out about these buttons here. I love that design that Genesis has paid attention to. That's connected all throughout, from all the way to the front passenger to here. And this is to control the lightings on the gauge cluster, and that's also same for this trunk button. And hold, and you can fully control the trunk from the inside. These buttons that were sitting right here has moved up to this place right here. This is nothing official, however, HTA level 3, the fully autonomous level driving feature related buttons were. Layout is identical from the good old other latest Genesis that we have seen. The drive mode, and see how they differ. You can have comfort, again same thing, sport, same thing, echo, and press down to go into smart mode. And smart mode is where the car gets smart, and it will change modes accordingly. So if you merge into the lanes, it will change into the sport. If you are just cruising down through the city, it will change into comfort. If not, echo. It doesn't get any more bright. Not many other manufacturers. Genesis definitely stepping up, saying out loud, and this is what Genesis aiming towards, the market of the full-size saloon. There is a Genesis engraved right here too. When you hover through, it will show, what these buttons will do. Very intuitive, direct, and self-explanatory. I personally love whitings, and they have compressed the leftover newspaper and then came up with material like so. So they have recycled and upcycled. This is the same thing, if not nearly identical to the one that we have seen from the Genesis GV60. The good old cup holders. This is what the luxury means. Everything that you touch, everything that you operate, it gives you that luxurious feeling compared to the other vehicles. And I just love what Genesis has done with that. Press down for the park and rotate around to go R and D accordingly. And this, the wheel type to go through. There's some infotainment system. And well, if you're not used to it, you might need some time getting used to. However, once you get used to it, you just get used to it right away. The back, home, and menu button, self-explanatory, and this is really, really useful. You don't have to go through the steering wheel or have the buttons here or dials that you have to roll. No, you just keep your hand steady here, and then all you have to do is just scroll it up, scroll it down, and also just press it to make it mute. And in the middle is the fingerprint recognition system that we have also seen from the Genesis GV60. For the record, go check out. You can change the drive modes, parking alarm, and the same thing for the passenger. And you can close the door from the inside for the passenger as well. The wireless charging port that lights up telling you that phone is being charged. And here inside, right here, is the button that you can open up the center console like so, with the 12-volt C-type USB ports and chargers. And the glove box is dropping down, just the good old type. Where the trunk button used to be, well, trunk button is now here. Say you're in a tight spot, so you really want to be careful with opening the door. You can reach over, just pull it up. Door will just open up marginally, so you can have full control of the door opening level. And let's see how responsive this could be. So it was closed. I want to open it up. Oh, so see, I'm just gonna go. It opens up right away. Memory seats for that, and you can control the passenger here. So press that button and control. There's some seat buttons, and that happens. You can control the passenger from here. So it'll be like, sir, do you want more view? I will tilt the seat for you. The Bang & Olufsen sound system the premium sound that Genesis is pumping in, and that's the tweeters, and the speakers are here all throughout inside the cabin. So you see right here, it says acoustic control. There are other speakers up above in the ceiling that actually helps and enables the noise cancellation system that's been implemented throughout many Genesis brands. And let's check out what's under the hood. As we have seen from other Genesis, most of the parts are covered up, but even so, more on this Genesis G90. Oh, haha. Just love how they put that plaque right there saying it's a V6 3.5 liter. There is also rubber finish around the car that comes all the way up to here, right before where the cladding starts. But they also have this rubber finish that wraps up around the engine bay. So that's matched up with here. So it's not even just connecting different points of the cars, but there is another connection here. So the suspension strut is sitting at an angle. So instead of sitting vertically, this is set for better driving quality. And that's also hooked up and connected to the air suspension system. Just the good old washers right here, the brake fluid, and I don't see the battery. 99.9% sure that it's sitting inside the trunk. Let's go check it out. And for your information, this portion is made out of a plate, whereas this is made of plastic, because that's where these buttons, the cameras, and also, just look at that, the profile, that concave shape is made possible. So that's why there is a parting line right here, and that was actually covered up on Genesis G80 with that stretched out shield emblem. And even the handle here, they have, well, it's plastic, but they have chrome-like finish wrapped around other levers and the hooks. Just look at that, you can lower it up and down like so. This I actually like, it's quite useful, you know, than you think. So open this up where the styrofoam sits with emergency inflators and fluid. Do not use it unless you know what you're doing. I've done it myself and regret it a whole lot ever since. This is where the battery sits, and even this plate right here, finished in this luxurious metal. However, when it comes to the lateral side steering, and this rear wheel actually turns around according to the different conditions. And it's actually active up to 2 degrees toward the same direction as the front wheel at mid to high speed. And also when it comes to the low speeds, this car is capable of turning up to 4 degrees, and that's actually at the opposite of the front wheel's direction. So this is the seat where it matters the most for G90. All right, I'm inside, and let's close the door. The same thing. You have 2 buttons even on a side. Well, that goes for the left side as well, but you see, you can close the windows from here. You can control the seats here using the button, and same thing, you can open the door with the push of a button like so. You can manually open the door here. Wake up the screen, swipe the screen, and that's what I did. The levels of the massage here and durations. It's all touch sensitive and all direct, you know. You can see what the modes are, and also it shows you on the animation spine, back, hips, probably. That's the massage. It all has the varying levels of the massage that you can get. You can control the vent from the second row seat. Now going back, the second rest button, it will go into the rest mode, and the front seat will tilt forward like so, and also your footstool will come down so you can rest, and it's sturdy enough, of course, so you can put your leg right up there. And that's not it, just look at that. That also comes up, and just look at this. So that's how laid back That's the seat that I've shown you, the massage, and this is the shades. So you can close and open the shades using just the button like so. And you can also control the shades here, these buttons. So when the windows are closed, just simply pull it up again to close the shades and simply press it down and press it down one more time for the windows. To control the sunroof. But I don't think you can control the one in the front though. You can control the warmth of the ambient light and also the brightness. And you can also turn on and off the light, just like so. So I want to show you this mood curator, and that's actually connected with the essence and scent that's put inside the glove box. And you can choose up to 2 categories: vitality, delight, care. And so Genesis will give you the according and matching music, lighting, scent. So that's the fragrance and the massage. And depending on the modes, it will open and close the shades. The 12 volts and the C porter type as well. You see there is an ambient light here. That's no surprise, but surprise, surprise, there is an ambient light on the sunroof on the sides, and that's first introduced on this Genesis G90. When you open this center on console on the second row seat, you see there is a storage area here. You think this is just an ordinary storage? No. Do you see that UV right there? So that's actually the button. When you press this button on, so this actually sterilizes and sanitizes what's inside the glove box. Up to 10 minutes, there is actually a cut outlet here where you can put a magazine, a newspapers, and such. So Genesis also utilized this dead space for extra storage. You go to places, you're looking for the document, the contract. You don't have to open up the door, bend over and dive through all these. No,